So much noise, son. Come on. Anyway, welcome, beautiful people. Haha. Long time no see. Oh, well, not that long. It's been like a week, I suppose. I saw that there was a person waiting in the lobby. So welcome. Hello. Thanks for waiting. By the way, where are you joining from? And how's the weather wherever you're from? Because here it's fucking crazy hot. Cray hot. It was like 37 degrees earlier. Today it was like crazy. Max! What is up, brother? How are we today? Bro, look at this. Sorry, not that. This. What I got here? Hell yeah. Beauty. Today we're shooting Leica. Let's strap this baby on. It is pretty cool, isn't it? This is the 43, the Leica Q3 43, not the 28. And today we're gonna try and shoot this in black and white only. Yeah, let me switch the view for you. There you go. There we go. We already take a shot. So yeah, today we're gonna try and take some photos with this beauty here. I have it for a week, so I'll try to make the best out of it. We're shooting in... Okay. I'm setting some settings up right now while I'm waiting for some people to join. Let's use autofocus single point. Kind of go like this. No, I just want one single point, AFS. So I just press and take a photo. Yeah. Full. So Max is saying full frame, I assume. Yes, it's full frame. I don't think Leica makes any crop sensor, do they? But anyway, the Q line, it is full frame. Okay, we have 10 people. People, welcome. This is we're shooting with a Q3 43 tonight. Welcome. We're gonna talk a lot about stuff, about life, about how hot it is at the moment in Italy. It's 37 degrees, bro. 37. Like, okay, now it's probably like 31, but earlier today it was 37 degrees, bro. That is crazy. That's really crazy. In any case, this is the camera. I'm shooting black and white, by the way, tonight. And we're just gonna go for it. Let me show you how it looks like from the inside.
Siamo in live, ragazzi.
Ehi, ciao bello!
Ciao.
Com'è?
Bene.
A
Sei
posto?
italiano?
Sì.
Sì? Che video fai te?
Di fotografia.
Sì,
Cammino.
Fai fotografo?
Sì.
Ma te abiti qua a Verona?
Ma in giro.
Sì?
Sì.
Come ti chiami?
Sei a posto?
Sì, come ti chiami?
Ma tu cosa fai?
Ah, niente, stavo andando a trovare i miei amici.
Ah, figo.
No, niente, stavo passando, ho visto te.
Sì, no, ma lo compri in negozio, tipo MediaWorld,
Sì?
queste cose qua, sì.
Bello. Comunque, come ti chiami?
Sì, RARS.
R-A?
R.
R?
S.
S?
No, ti divento la E. Lascia uno spazio. GH. I'm meeting like this is real life fans, bro. Yeah, exactly. Real life fans. Nice.
Vabbè,
Dai, bro, ci vediamo.
Ciao ragazzi.
It's always nice when people just kind of stop and like, hey, how are you? They just ask a few questions, although I think I lost a lot of people for that. Anyway. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. We're going towards the city center where a lot of people are. and we're gonna have fun with this beauty of a camera. Like Zedikos, what's up? How are you, bro? How's it going? What's up? This is only for like inner circle people. You only know that if you're inner circle. Anyways, um, the guy just came from behind me, and he was like, "Yo, live stream," and I was like, "Fuck my life, bro! Who the fuck is this coming in from behind?" And I'm holding this camera in my hand, and I don't want to get mugged or anything. Like, it's a relatively safe area, so yeah. But you never know. No? Yo, bro, the heat is fucking crazy. It's crazy. Like, you cannot really go out during the day. Like from, let's say 12 p.m. to like 5, 6 p.m. It's crazy. You just, nope. It's a no-no. 37 degrees, brother. 30 fucking 7 degrees. So Max is saying, how does the shutter dial thing work? Does it turn off when in auto compared, no matter position it is? Just always wondered. I don't think I got the question. The what dial? Like this? This? Exposure compensation. Like, this is a very simple camera, by the way. You have exposure compensation, then you have the shutter speed, and that's it. This one here. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter. With the shutter speed, no, you have to change the shutter speed, or you can set it to auto, like this. This is in auto, but I prefer shooting around 250 right now. Yeah. No aperture or ISO is saying, Zedikos is saying, shutter speed, no, wait, aperture is on the lens directly, see, have it here. Clicky, can you hear it? Oh, so much satisfaction. And ISO, I just need to press this, and then I have ISO here. But I keep ISO in auto for these types of situations, so it will compensate for the exposure. I'm fine with that. Yeah, the click is it's so satisfying. It's just that I feel like the camera is getting hot. Like, I'm holding it in my hand, but it's getting hotter than what I mean, it is pretty hot right now, but it's getting hotter than I would imagine. Bro, that sounds expensive. It fucking does. Like, I think this is like, the price you pay for this camera is too much. Too much. Got a pack, man. I wish amazing live stream. Take care. Yeah, bro. You too. You too. Take care, and see you around. I think I'm gonna take a photo of this dude on the Vespa. Maybe not. Or like these dudes. Yeah. Probably should have been closer. I think I'm gonna switch to like intelligent autofocus. Let's see how the autofocus of how Leica autofocus is. I will say this camera is hard to operate. Maybe FC. No, let's go intelligent. Let's see what it does. Tracking. Okay. Have you bought it or is it renting? It's renting. Um, I mean, it's not necessarily renting. I'm basically the local shop from here, and Shot Verona gave it to me for a week to, play around, create content around it, this kind of stuff. So that's what I'm doing actually. Yeah. I've been thinking, I will say this, I have been thinking about getting a Leica. You know what? Let me know if the quality of the stream kind of goes low, because I can see myself getting choppy while speaking. It's like, So if that's the case, then I'll switch my connection. Is that the same guy who gave you the Hasselblad? Yes, it is the same, the exact same people. Sorry for the little delay. I switched connection. I have this little Wi-Fi router with me, but sometimes the connection goes bad, so I switched to my other phone. This way I have a... Okay, if I don't seem very choppy, then it's good. All right. So right now I'm testing. I've just updated the firmware to 4.1, and now I'd like to test the autofocus. That's why I set it in AI autofocus and everything, tracking, automation, blah blah, so I can see how good it performs. I see this scene in front of me and I kind of like it. I'll try to take a photo of the guy just going with the... Oh, he doesn't turn around, but anyway, you know what I mean. Okay, let's take a portrait of this dude. Yeah. Yo. I won't lie, I am enjoying the 50 mil, bro. I started out with 50 mil. I am enjoying it. It is quite nice. Okay, let's go. So, okay, I was saying, I've been thinking about getting the Leica, a Leica. I know there's something about it. I think it's a progression in every photographer's career where you kind of like, first you shoot whatever you can afford, then you shoot for professional needs, and then you shoot whatever you couldn't shoot in the beginning, whatever feels more luxury and stuff. I think that's the point I am at. It's like film focal length. What do you mean, like film focal length? It's like, yeah, it's 43 millimeters, which is when I put it to my eye, so I see something, I will see it slightly wider, but very slightly wider. So I think to a certain extent it reflects more or less what I can see with my naked eye. Yo, dude, look at the tattoo of this dude. I will take a photo. See what I mean? And since this is on a Leica, it will look much better.
Venninna mi har jo
You know, that's a very good question. What about Leica color? What about Leica photos is nicer? The colors, I don't know how to explain. I just know that the photo looks differently, feels differently. Definitely, if you shoot color, it will have the Leica look, the Leica colors, which is a little bit more crispy, more contrasty, punchy, and all of that. You see, it kind of, I wouldn't know how to explain. Although this camera, bro, this camera is difficult to shoot one-handed. There's something about the colors. It has a better vibe. Yeah, I don't know how to explain. It just works. Um, it might be also like, you know, something that's more like, what's the name of it? Placebo effect. Well, that you think that the photos just look better because, but yeah, there's something different about Leica. And there's something like Hasselblad is nice and overall, and the files look cool, but Leica photos just look different, just have a different feel to them. I don't know how to explain that. I think you can reach the same, like, if you really try with other cameras like Fujifilm or like everything like that, but overall, with Leica, it just feels different. And I'm not a Leica, fanboy or anything like that. I'm just curious. See, let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm gonna place you on the ground right here. Yeah, you can see, right? Now, you see, when I don't know if you can see this on the screen, but the contrast that I can get with this, and this is like in camera simulation, it's crazy. Now, there's no bike. I wish there was a bike or something. Yeah. Let's go the other way. I will say this camera feels uncomfortable. Like it without the grip, the thumb grip, it just doesn't feel comfortable at all. I got a new SD card today and it's too modern to work in my new camera, in my camera. What do you mean? Is it? Oh, I've never heard about that. What, again, what camera do you have? I think you have a Sony, right, Max? That's the thing that I've never really heard about. Having an SD card that's too new. Unless it's like a CF Express or something that doesn't fit the camera, then yeah. But it's like SD, crazy, bro. Can you send it back? Can you go back to the shop and be like, hey, this doesn't work, you know? By the way, the city feels almost empty, bro. This is summer in Italy. Ah, then you're good, bro. You have 30 days to send it back. It's fine. It's perfect. Just yeah. Nobody will ask you anything. Just send it back and get one that works. It's a SanDisk which has a quick flow technology which my camera just rejects. Okay. I don't know what quick flow is, but I suppose if your camera rejects it, then yeah. Oh fuck! This is a restaurant. When did they open? I got a little scared because I saw two people next to a window just eating. I was like, what the fuck? Mhm. Oh, by the way, today I went to a photo school. Oops, to the photo school that I usually go to, and there, there I showed some of my images. Basically, last time I went there, they told me to take some photos and don't look at them, don't edit them, don't do anything to them. So that's what I did. I took 36 photos in the city of Weesp in the Netherlands, close to Amsterdam. And I didn't edit them. I just brought them to the school this afternoon, and I did a little editing session, but editing in the sense of like how to choose them and put them together, and to take a look at my photos. And it was really, really interesting to see how another person kind of looks at your photos, kind of like not critiques, but kind of like has a different way of looking at things. And I've been thinking, like I will keep doing this because I have another 2 or 3 lessons left, and I'd like to start proposing this as a service that I offer myself. You know, looking at the pictures of other people and kind of giving them a different point of view on what could they improve, what could they do better, and stuff like that. Do you guys ever like have you ever thought about doing like a portfolio review or something like this? But now the problem is I can't find one without that. Really? Wow, that's interesting. Maybe I never really took a look at the SD cards. But what what camera do you have? Again, what's the model? Anyway, I just shoot for fun, so no. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Makes sense. Makes total sense. If you're not doing it as a job, then I suppose it's not worth it. let me show you what I mean with Leica colors, Leica contrast. I don't know, this mannequin just looks cool. I will wait for people to pass by. But she... Lumix G90 released 2019. Something happens with my G2 released in 2010. Okay. Okay. Then yeah, I wouldn't know, bro. I maybe just buy an older type of SD card, like look for 16 gigabytes SD card or 32 gigabytes SD card, like from Kingston or something like that. Yeah, that's pretty bad, you know. Well, Shady, what's up, bro? I don't know what you said, but being fought to you, for brother. Okay. Hey, so the autofocus doesn't seem to be that bad. I'll have to see the photos, how they look. But you see, can just kind of, it tracks relatively okay. Let's see. Nope, it doesn't. Yeah, no. Well, because right before this, I took a photo. I took this photo of two people holding hands, right? And the AF worked really well, but now I pointed it at subjects and it just didn't work anymore. I guess it is what it is. Let me show you around. There we go. But I'll say this, the 43 millimeters focal length, I don't know, it just works. It just kind of works. Come on. I just missed a photo. You saw the guy just passed by? Yeah, I'll just use AFS. And that's it.
Some of them are open.
You see, usually here there would be a lot of tourists. But right now, feels a little empty. I missed it. It was the same family as before that I took a photo of. Yeah, it's the same family with a wind thingy. How do you say that? The How do you call that in English? The thing that you use to create a little bit of wind for you. Ice cream. I recently discovered a homemade type of ice cream that's very low calorie too. You just use Greek yogurt or skyr, which is like an Icelandic yogurt, and you mix that, like you take some frozen fruit, whatever frozen fruit you have or you want to use, and then you put that in a food processor together with the yogurt, and then poof, blitz that thing, add some stevia, and it's good to go. Very, very. Bro, I think in this case, color looks better. There you go. Does it? No, this one that the guy is using. You see? It's not a windmill, it's just the thing that people use to refresh themselves in the summer. A fan. Is that a fan? That's a fan? Fuck, it is a fan, bro. Sometimes I just sometimes I just forget words, I guess. Yeah, a fan. Yeah. All right, so if it blows there, it is a fan. Okay, okay, most of the time. Fair enough. I'm starting to feel my wrist. It's like getting tired. It just doesn't feel comfortable anymore. Hey. For some reason, people start to look at me weird. There's 2 cop cars. Something's happened. Ooh, let's go investigate. I'll take a photo of this. Yeah, dude, it's not like the most ergonomic thing ever. I think it misses this piece here, you know, in the front, this one. But you can always like add an extra grip or something like that. So, whatever happened here. Yeah, I don't know whatever happened there, but there's police. I think either you add like a thumb grip here or a front grip here. Now, they're very, very expensive. They make it, Leica makes it themselves, but they're quite expensive. I wouldn't buy the original. Like you already spent $6,000, euros, whatever, on this camera, and then you have to pay like another 600 euros for the accessories. That's bullshit. But it does make the camera more comfortable. You know. 6K? Yeah, brother, 6K. This camera is 6K. For a point and shoot, right? For a point and shoot, 6,000 euros. But if you were to buy the lens of this camera, just the lens of this camera, it would be 5,000 euros. So technically you're paying the lens mostly, and a little bit of the camera. So yeah, I would say buy it used if you want to buy Leica. The value, I mean, it maintains the value quite okay over time if you want to resell it. So if I were to buy this used, probably I'd spend around 5K. And then if I wanted to resell it, I could even try to resell it at 5K-ish. Brother, it's so hot. I need a fountain. Oh, that's a nice camera. A guy has like a Canon something analog camera on his table in the restaurant. Bro, that better be as sharp as the Hubble Space Telescope or it is not worth that much. It is very sharp. I'll say this. This lens is fucking sharp. Like if you take a portrait of somebody, you'll see it in the eyes. It is quite sharp. I mean, it's premium price and you will get premium quality, image quality. Like there's faster cameras like Sony. But I noticed that the more premium a camera is in image quality, the slower it is, like this one. I mean, this is not the slowest thing ever. I've even shot with it inside the European Parliament with the 28 millimeters version though, not with the 48. Is it all metal? Yeah, bro. It's solid. It's really solid. It looks like a... Did you hear that? You can fucking, you know, hit somebody with this and they would feel. Thank you. Prego, prego. If I drop this, I buy it. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Every drop is 1K? Yeah, probably, yeah. But I mean, if you think about it, if you buy the Sony a7R5, it costs more or less the same, and then you have to buy a lens. So yeah, Leica Q and Sony a7R have a similar sensor apparently. I don't know who said that, but I heard it. Probably it's not true, probably it is. However, yeah, it's just this is not as versatile as a Sony. But for example, beautiful city. I'm new to this Leica Q3 camera. How is this different than Canon EOS R7? What does Leica bring to the table? So, I don't know much about Canon, but I think Canon R7 is a cropped sensor camera. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it's full frame, I don't know. I think The Canon R7 is more on the lower end semi-professional market. Um, I will say this. I think in terms of specs and camera performance, probably the Canon is better in autofocus, is faster, and overall it performs in different environments better. However, Leica Leica forces you to take photos better in the sense that there are some limitations that come with the Leica camera that will force you to look at photography with different eyes. Now, if you are a working photographer, like you shoot events, you shoot weddings, you shoot any type of photography that kind of pays you because you have to create a result for your client, it will probably not make a lot of sense if you shoot Leica. However, if you shoot Leica to kind of teach photography, to kind of show, to kind of create compositions, to enjoy photography as a form of art, I think that's where Leica comes into the game, in the sense that, see, this is incredible image quality. However, autofocus is not as good as a Sony or a Canon. Camera is a little bit slower. It's hard to hold this with one hand only, so you would have to kind of go around and hold it like this. So like this feels pretty good, right? It's quite good. When you go like this, but when you hold it one-handed, it's bad. While with the Canon or with the Sony or with the Fujifilm, it's a little bit better. But yeah, thanks for the response. It's a crop sensor camera. You said Leica triggers you to look differently to the world. What kind of perspective does Leica give you apart from other brands? It's the fact that somehow it slows you down, so you kind of have to take your time to look at the photo. Let's put it this way, you don't shoot sports photography with this camera. You don't shoot wildlife with this camera. It's a photography that's made for everyday kind of situations, like you're out with your friends, you can take some photos that feel natural. And it's, yeah, you can shoot this completely manual, and in manual it will slow you down even more and will make you think twice before pressing the shutter sometimes, not all the times. And also, and this will feel very shallow, but when you have a camera that looks beautiful, and it's not the smallest camera ever, but it's quite okay. Okay, if you remove this thing, it will look smaller overall. Right? So when you have a smaller camera, something that makes you want to take the camera out and shoot, it's just better overall. Like, you increase the probability to take more photos, and therefore you shoot more. And by shooting more, you have more experience and you become better. Now, Fujifilm does that as well. At this point, you can argue that why should you buy a Leica when you can buy a Fujifilm X106, which is considered to be the poor man's Leica. Admittedly, the materials on that camera won't be as good, but in terms of image quality and the rest, it's very subjective. How do the colors differ from Fujifilms? I shoot Fujifilm X106 as my main daily camera, and the colors the colors that you get straight from the camera on Leica are more punchy and more contrasty, and it has a look that is overall a little bit more different in that sense, that gives you like a punch, and you look at the photo and you kind of realize, oh, this is a Leica photo. While with Fujifilm, it has those more, you can customize them a lot, like the simulations, but it has more of a filmic look. This this I don't know how, I wouldn't say this is very filmic, but it has a Leica look to it. While with Fujifilm, I would say it's more of a filmic look in the sense that it looks like it is what they're known for, like simulations from film. So yeah, I hope that that explains a little bit. I think people should Leica not only because of the image quality and of the materials, but they should because it's a brand that has a history, and it's premium, it feels premium, it looks premium, it creates premium quality images, and okay, Leica is better in low light. Leica is, yeah, it's better. Like, you don't really, even when you have grain in your image, it will look pretty good anyways. But that with Fujifilm is not that bad either. But with, I feel like with Sony, Canon, Nikon, I feel like when you have like a low light situation that the camera cannot really perform well, the camera doesn't. There you go. We're at ISO 6400, and I feel like the image will look pretty nice anyways. But yeah, overall, I have this idea that somehow the Canon, Nikon, and Sony do a little bit better in low light than Leica. A little bit worse than Leica. Yeah. Let me show you where we are. I have an obsession with the light bulbs. I think light bulbs just look good overall, everywhere. You just, if you point a camera at the light bulb, it will look good. Whew. Guys, it's so hot, bro. So hot. Should we photographers go out their way to visit beautiful cities like Verona, or try to find beauty anywhere we are? Okay, I will say start with finding beauty in the city, or the I don't know, towns or the villages or whatever it is that you have around you. Once you find that, and you feel like you've been around in your area a lot, then go to Verona, go to Milan, go to Rome, go to Ireland, go to, I don't know, wherever you want to go. But I would say, first of all, discover the places around you, find beauty in the places around you, and then look for beauty, you know, abroad or elsewhere. Where are you from, by the way? Need a break. Oh, there's a fountain. Okay, we're gonna go drink some water. But I think this camera is made to be enjoyed also like this, you know, looking through the viewfinder. The viewfinder looks pretty good, bro. But it's getting really hot for some reason. I feel it is very hot. The camera is starting to, yeah, boil a little bit. Maybe it's the temperature outside as well. Can be. I am from Turkey this year. I've been around Luxembourg and Belgium, and I liked it pretty much. Where are you from? Well, I live in Italy at the moment. I'm originally from Romania, but I've been living in Italy for a long time. I've lived in Belgium as well. I've been to Luxembourg a couple of times, quite small. But yeah. Where in Belgium have you lived? Brussels? Or like, I don't know, other cities like Antwerp, Liège, maybe like, I don't know, Flanders or Wallonia? You see, I'm gonna say this. Now, with my Fujifilm simulations, when I take this photo, it will just look dreamy and amazing and beautiful and pleasing. When I shoot with Leica, in let's say Leica Natural, it just looks kind of okay. This is a thing that I don't know. Do I like it or not? Maybe. Let's try and take a photo like this. Let me show you. Now you see, these people are coming. I want to take a photo of them. Yes, Brussels. Actually, my ancestors are from Romania. They have come from a city called Kustens. Have you been to that place? Oh, yeah, Constanța. In Romanian is Constanța. In Turkish is Kustens. I guess that's how you say it. Yeah, I've been there. It's a seaside place, right? I've been as a kid. Okay, guys. I'm gonna go drink some water right now because this is so hot. I need some hydration, bro. Need some hydration. Then we can sit down a little bit and enjoy the view, and then we take another walk or go home. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Time for that was good. Have you ever been approached by anybody and got told by them to stop filming them? They feel comfortable being filmed. I have. Okay. I will say this: with the years, I think I've gotten better at. I think Max is saying it must be nice to have drinking fountains. Yeah, it is nice. It's something. I mean, I think there are in the UK fountains like that, aren't there? Right? So, have you ever been approached by anybody and got told by them to stop filming them? They feel comfortable.